Who do you want the Bears to trade for?
I want the Bears to call up the Raiders and make a proposal for Davante Adams. You know why? Because I like good football players, elite ones that play wide receiver. Does anybody? I love people like Hoge, who wants to make the argument in some way, shape, or form that we don't need Davante Adams. We're good. Why would we want that guy? One of the best receivers in the game. Why can't we? Can I get what it would? Can we make a call and find out what it would take to get Davante here? And my proposal is to build a package around a draft pick and Keenan Allen. They'll probably say no to, but hey, listen, I like dealing with organizations that don't know what they're doing. The Raiders are always a mess. Let's see, can we rip off the Raiders? I'm willing to try to see if we can rip off the Raiders. You guys don't even want to call the Raiders. I can't do that. Tom Brady would never want to come here.
Okay. Can I respond now?
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
One is my point is not that you don't call the Raiders. It's that it's not happening.
That's fine.
Okay. It's second. You're the guy that thinks that they shouldn't draft one of the best punters in the league because they have other needs, and yet you want to give up a second-round pick and more for another wide receiver who, yes, is talented, but remember what we just spent the first 20 minutes of this show talking about? Getting DJ Moore on the right page. Right. So let's add another dynamic receiver to cloud the whole situation more. Oh, and by the way, pay him $25 million on top of that and give up more draft capital, all just because he's good. There's no question Davante Adams is good. There's a lot more that goes into that than just bringing good players.
Okay.
Right.
First of all, let's start with the first problem that you threw out there. That DJ Moore and Caleb Williams aren't on the same page. I'm not worried about that. They're going to get on the same page. It's going to happen. I don't care that it's taking 4 games, 5 games, 8 games. Give them half the season. Give them a whole season. Just get on the same page. They're both going to be here for a long time. They'll get there. I'm talking about adding a premier player who's available because the Raiders can't figure out what the hell's going on with their roster and how to use him or whatever, or the coaching issues. So I don't understand why you wouldn't be interested in at least listen. Do you think that Keenan Allen's going to be on the Bears next year?
No, I don't.
Right, neither do I. Okay, so here you go. Here's a guy who's very productive, had 1,300 plus yards last year. Says he's healthy. The heels. Are you interested in that? And what else with it do we need to send to you?
Right.
Okay, what about the second round pick you can use on a center?
I'm not.
Next spring.
Right. That's the point. Is
instead of adding another Keenan Allen.
Right. That's the picture. That's the point, Carman. You're asking why would you not want him? Well, the money you'd have to pay him, $25 million, and
you're paying Keenan Allen that right now,
and the pick you'd have to give up to get him.
Yeah,
that's the point. You already made this trade.
If all things are equal, of course you'd love to have a player like Davante Adams on your team, but you can't just get him for a 6th rounder and then, yes, you say, well, they're paying Keenan Allen that right now. Right. So you can't.
I mean, my
how much are you going to stack the deck on this?
I'm trying to stack the deck as much as I possibly can. Listen, I just like to have conversations myself. Let's have a conversation. I'm not saying it's going to happen. How many second round picks do we have next year? Remind me. Is it 1 or 2?
2.
I'll trade. You wouldn't trade our pick
for Davante Adams? No.
We've got the Panthers
for starting center. Yes. For another pass rusher. Yes.
Dude. Hey Caleb, you want to throw the ball to Davante Adams and DJ Moore for the next 4 years?
I don't understand how you don't understand. We got a break here, but. All right, let's ask
Baldy.
No. This is the first question I'm going to ask Baldy is, do you think what would fix the Bears' offense more, Davante Adams or literally any offensive lineman in the league?
You have the 33rd pick in the draft that you could take a center with. I'm not saying that you can't. Why can't we have both?
Well, let's bring you into this conversation. So Carm would like the Bears to at least make a phone call to the Las Vegas Raiders about Davante Adams. And Greg and I are trying to explain to him that, yes, Davante Adams is a great player and will probably help some team very much, but he is not what's ailing the Bears offense right now. That they would, if you're going to trade draft capital, I'd much rather use it on, I don't know, anybody on the offensive line to help advance this thing. Just That's as much as I can summarize that for you briefly. Just what is your reaction?
And Baldy, before you go, just my point is that the Bears have 2 second-round picks next year. Giving up one to get Davante, or hopefully I'm hoping a third-round pick, because who knows if they're going to actually get a second-round pick, and then using a center with the other one, I think that makes perfect sense.
I just don't see Davante being a fit. I just don't. He's going from one quarterback situation, which has been dreadful for him, to another quarterback situation where you're trying to develop a rookie quarterback. You got Keenan Allen there. He's basically, if Keenan stays healthy and gets going, he's kind of the same guy. Get Rome going. DJ finds the end zone. Okay. Get that going. They got the running game going. I don't think Davante is going to help this offense. I love Davante Adams. Everybody does. But I just don't see him being any kind of a difference maker right now.
Hey Baldy, it's I'm Ryan Poles. And or you're Ryan Poles, excuse me, and the Raiders are willing to take Keenan Allen in a third-round pick. You making that trade?
If they move Davante and they need a player, yeah, I would do it.
You're the Bears. I'm giving you Davante. We want Keenan in a third.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd give up on Keenan yet. They're 2-2. They're right in this race right now. I don't know if I would. If I would do that, I'd like to see a little bit more of Keenan. I'd like to see him healthy. And getting out there. I'd like to see a little bit more of them. They're kind of transitioning to this 3 tight end team, which was really good for them last week. I don't know how much of Keenan they're going to get. I really want to see Rome come on. So, but I'm not ready to give up on Keenan yet. I still think there's a place for him in this offense.
We all silly like the mayor.